Good morning, class. My name is Abdurrahman Taj, and today I'll be talking about Air Wisconsin's flight 1965. So, a little bit of background about the flight. It happened on 12th of June 1980, and the airplane was ringing Sierra Alpha 226 Tango Charlie meters a second. The airplane had a ceiling altitude of 27,000 foot ceiling and range of 545 nautical miles. So the airplane was supposed to be one-stop flight from Outagamie Regional Airport to Minneapolis Airport. From Outagamie Regional Airport to Lincoln Airport, and only one stop at Minneapolis Airport. So a little bit about the engine. The engine is Garrett, and like I said before, it has a range of 545 nautical miles. The flight path. The airplane was supposed to take off from Outagamie Regional Airport at Minneapolis and stop at Minneapolis Airport. The airplane was supposed to take off at 12 afternoon and supposed to be at Lincoln Airport around 6 p.m. So, after they took off and they went and reached to Minneapolis Airport, they landed safely and they started contacting other pilots asking for weather reports instead of contacting the tower. There was a bunch of reports from pilots, but here are two of them. One pilot reported smooth weather, or according to his own words, smooth ride, with heavy rain at 13,000 feet, and light chop, and the other one said light chop at 23,000 feet. After hearing the weather reports, the departure the Minneapolis Airport, it's unknown what altitude they took, but they took off. Almost half an hour after they took off, they contacted the controller to descend and request to descend to 8,000 feet. The reason for the descent is because of the weather. Was getting heavy, getting bad, so they thought 8,000 feet will be better. So at 8,000 feet, they stayed there for around 20 minutes. After that, they contacted Omaha controller after they were handed to them and requested to descend to 6,000 feet. So at 6,000 feet, the turbulence was moderate to severe, which was really bad. The ATC didn't question it and just let them go through it since the airplane was still flying. And there was lightning right and left of the airplane, and there was rain. So they contacted ATC again and requested 3,000 feet. ATC gave them 3,000 feet and gave them the green light to descend at their discretion, and told them that they can't go lower than that because that's the minimums. So at 3,000 feet, there is extremely high wind, extremely high amount of rain, and the cell of the storm. This, of course, led to disaster, which at 3,000 feet, 10 minutes after they reached 3,000 feet, they contacted the controller again and told him that they lost both engines. The controller was not ready for that situation and asked them to say again what they just said. And they said again that they lost both engines. ATC contacted them and asked them for more information, but it was too late because the airplane was descending really fast. So after the crash, everyone except two passengers passed away, including the flight crew. The engine was running. The investigators found out that the engine was running, but there is no power. The airplane was fully destroyed. One of the engines of the airplane was fully destroyed, and the other one was completely intact because one of the wings of the airplane just was dismantled from the airplane and just went to the ground. So according to the two passengers They said that once they reached 3,000 feet, they were met with a wall of high wind and rain, and they heard the engine die. And just before they hit the ground, they heard the engine come back to life again, but they never heard it go into full power again. So, in conclusion, the investigators found that the engines will die if the water on the air mixture reaches, if the water in the air reaches 9%, and the engine will only start if the water went down to 5%, but it'll still take a really long time to go to full power. That's why they crashed. Another thing, the crew did not care about segments. Even though there was a segment, once they took off from Minneapolis, they only relied on pilot reports, which is a good thing, but you can't just rely on pilot reports because the wind changes all the time. The weather changes all the time. And when the ATC gave them the green light to go down to 3,000 feet, he knew that there was a cell at 3,000 feet, but he still gave them that altitude and never said anything, not to change heading or anything like that. And 3,000 feet for commercial aviation is really low altitude, because it's almost impossible to start an engine again at that altitude. That's pretty much it. Here's my references. I fully recommend using the YouTube link and watch the entire video. Thank you.